Hey everyone, it's Jeannie Lobato, founder and CEO of Drawchange here again, and I wanted to share with you a very touching moment that I had today, keeping along the lines of gratitude, which was in my last video. We went to the homeless shelter tonight, and it was a pretty special evening. I've always wanted to incorporate music into our programs, and tonight was the first night that we actually were able to do it, thanks to our good friend and volunteer Alexis Vear, who volunteered her time and played the guitar while we painted with the children. We started off by having a guided imagination session with our eyes closed and the lights dim, and we imagined what our perfect day would be, all while Alexis was playing with her guitar in the background. And it just having the live music there created such a beautiful environment for the children, where they actually all stayed with their eyes closed and quiet for, I don't know, I guess maybe I'd say 4 to 5 minutes, while I led them through a, like I said, imagination session where I gave them ideas. Where would your perfect day be? And it's all to help them visualize, all to help them realize that whenever they're not feeling well because they don't know where they're sleeping that night, or where they're confused because they don't know what's going on, they can always go back to this. And so it's a tool to help them cope. So some of the things we imagined were, I'm at the beach, or I would love to be on the playground, or in my grandmother's house, or in my mom's arms, things like that. And then when we turned the lights back on, Alexis kept on playing while I explained to them what we would be doing. And they were watercolor crayon resist drawings, where with a white crayon we drew what we imagined. And the children were a little confused, but then we brought out the watercolor paints, and then with the color of the watercolor paints, that's when you see your white crayon drawings come through. And the lesson in that is that although for a brief moment you couldn't see your drawing, you know it's still there. Just like for the moments that maybe they're having to sleep on the streets, they know they can always resort back to that feeling of, if I can imagine it, just imagining it makes me feel better. So that's just one of the little examples of what Drawchange does, and we're always just trying to give the children a little tool to cope with any life stresses that is going on in their lives. I hope I explained it correctly. It makes a lot of sense in my head, and I feel like it made sense to the children and to the volunteers that were there. Thank you so much to all the volunteers that we had. I think in total it was 8 of us. And it really does help to have that one-on-one attention. We had about 8 volunteers and about 18 or so children, so the children definitely did get one-on-one attention, learned the volunteers' names, and made friends with the volunteers. So thank you all so very much for coming with us. If you ever are interested in going to the homeless shelters with us, we do go several times a month, and we'd love to have you. Thanks for watching.